Hey beautiful world, Isabella here and welcome to the episode of Thursday with Beautiful series. And today we are going to talk about my favorite topic, which I am digesting with all of you, which I am going throughout the process and so on with all of you on my social media, on my YouTube channel, and everywhere where I could possibly be. And the topic is about the rule book, about the shoulds, about what we need to follow, what we should do in our life, and how we should live. Basically, today I'm going to talk about how to play big in your own life without allowing any limitations, any littleness, any restrictions to creep in, which are coming from external world. So, let's start going. I'm going to give you at least two tools how to start working on that process. This process is, unless like another tools I've given to you, little longer, but obviously more rewarding. Anything what requires little more work, it's eventually more rewarding. Anything what is harder to do, what makes us very anxious to get out of that comfort zone, what creates that anxiety around it. However, anxiety related to actual excitement and looking forward to the outcome of the process. When these feelings are creeping in your body right now, when we are talking about this, that means that this is something you need to start working on. And how to start with the process of not letting the external world, the external limitations, the external shoulds, the external rule books, the external rules, restrictions creep in your life, so that way you are limiting yourself, you are restricting yourself, and you are actually not moving anywhere. You are actually not taking any actions. You are actually not successful in any aspect of your life, whatever you want to be. First important tool is to look at your belief system right now. What I mean by that, whenever you are doing something, I am 100% sure every one of us has this thought, this story, this something coming in the mind saying, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. If my mom wouldn't do that, my dad would tell me this, oh, my husband wouldn't approve that, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't do that. If you are getting there, this is the moment where you really need to kind of stop and observe where those stories, where those thoughts are coming from. This is very crucial. Very crucial. And again, I cannot emphasize more how awareness of anything you do in your life is important. And in this case, it's also important to bring that awareness into this thinking process. On the spot, literally on the spot. You are there, you're thinking all these things, and you are like, I shouldn't. Just simply tell yourself, okay, stop. Stop, girl. Why you shouldn't do that? Where is this shouldn't coming from? What am I afraid of? When you start that process, there could be many outcomes. It could be something, where is this shouldn't coming from? And you will right away know that your parents were restricting you or limiting you from pursuing particular actions because you shouldn't, because it's not allowed, or because the girl shouldn't behave that way or shouldn't do that things, or maybe you shouldn't say those things. Whatever it is, it may come from past. Many things, many restrictions, and those stories are coming from our past, from our childhood. Wherever we lived in a lot of restrictions. As a kid, at the beginning, we are free, and we want to be free and we want to play, right? But what adults are telling us, no, you shouldn't, stop doing this, behave, right? So then suddenly restrictions start creeping in more and more, and we feel like at some point we cannot do anything. And then, so when you are on that spot and you hear all these voices, like you shouldn't because of something, think, where are they coming from? Observe them, analyze them. Okay, they are coming in here. All right, do I believe in those restrictions? Your mom was telling you that you shouldn't say those words, you shouldn't speak up, you shouldn't express what you're feeling because it's not polite. Do you actually believe that quotation? Do you believe that restriction? Do you believe that rule? I am not asking if you trust your mom and if you believe your mom. I'm asking you if you believe in that sentence, in that one sentence. Doesn't matter where is it coming from. Doesn't matter who is expressing it. Do you believe it deep in your bones that this is right? Because if you truly believe that yes, girls should not do that, then that's your way of living. But if you are the person who I am talking to right now, who wants to change something in your life and who wants to be free, empowered, and finally take action in your hands and get going towards your dreams and towards your goals and towards your dream lifestyle, dream maybe job, and so on, then I'm sure you don't believe that then I'm sure you don't believe many of those old beliefs. It doesn't need to be that. I just gave that as an example. But it could be anything. And I'm sure you don't believe in many of them. So it's very important to analyze where are they coming from? Okay, from past. Do I believe in them? Not really. I was told like that, but I always hated the fact that I couldn't do that, right? Whatever it is. Do I believe in it? And the next part of it is, all right, so what is actually my story around that aspect? What do I actually want to do? What do I want to believe? How do I want to respond to that situation? Do you want to do this what whoever in the past was telling you? You shouldn't speak up, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't risk, you shouldn't do this, whatever it is. Or do you actually want to play and act with your own intuition, with your own gut feelings, the way you think it's right and correct or normal and feels good to you? Because that third part of it is very crucial to distinguish what are your beliefs and what are their beliefs. And again, in most cases, if I am again talking to that person who wants to really do something and change something in her life, then this is the most important step. You need to distinguish what's theirs, what's yours. You need to distinguish what are those external rules, restrictions, objections which are holding you back from pursuing what you truly want to do, and what are your rules. And that process is hard. It's hard because we lived in those dogmas and rules for so many years that we think we adopted them to the degree that we think that they are ours. But if you give yourself time and really think, who was saying this constantly to me? Where did I hear this from? Then you will start memorizing that those things were told to you over and over and over years and years. And eventually you just grew to the point that it's not allowed to do this. It's not allowed to do this because someone told you over years that it's not allowed to do this. But have you ever tried to actually do something, overcome that rule, that block, that fence, and actually do it? What happened behind that fence? What happened behind that fence? Did you actually jump over that fence, stood there, and realize that the world exists, the world still runs the same way, that people around you are the same, but suddenly you could see little wider horizon, maybe more opportunities, maybe suddenly you became braver, you wanted to change something, maybe the opportunities came to you or kind of showed up in front of you because you allowed yourself to jump over that fence of those restrictions and rules holding you back, and now you opened up to opportunities. And this is very beautiful analogy. Literally, those rules and restrictions is like that huge wall where people don't know what's behind. It's like that magical garden, that secret garden book, where there is this huge fence, very tiny gate, and everyone is afraid to go inside because they are afraid what's there. But the braver ones, the ones who actually entered, they managed and they saw beautiful, beautiful garden. Wasn't it scary at the beginning when they opened the gate? Yes, it was. The first few steps were scary as well. Amazingly scary. Another maybe few days or few times approaching the garden, they were scary too. Because of the amount of bushes, because the silence around, because not knowingness, what's going on around. We all are there. We all are there. And we all will be there. But there is no progress. There is no growth. There is no life change. There is no better change for better. There is no better opportunity, better chance, better option to have a life partner, to have better job, to be respected, to be loved, than for you to jump that fence called the rule book, called all those worldly restrictions, rules, old beliefs, old systems, which everyone kind of piled up in front of you. It's like entire world conspiring to put a brick into that wall, to build that wall as higher as possible, as wide as possible, so that way you, once you grow up, you have zero access to anything else but the world they created for you. And then you feel trapped, and then you keep repeating mistakes, right? Mistakes of your mom, mistakes of your grandparents, mistakes of your maybe another family members, maybe you keep repeating mistakes of your another, like some best friends, maybe you keep repeating mistakes from your previous relationships or from previous jobs, and you are in this vicious cycle and you are wondering, what is going on? Why am I dating all the time the same guys? Why am I always ending up in the same miserable, abusive job? Why am I always struggling with being loved and being respected? And the thing is that it's because you are trapped in the same rules which you are allowing yourself to live by. And the moment you overcome them, the moment you recognize them, the moment you say no, you believed in that, mom, dad, grandma, or whoever, and let me leave you with that belief. It's yours. But I do not believe that I need to follow this and that rule in order to be this or that, in order to be successful, loved, respected, in order to be loving mom, in order to be beautiful, amazing wife, in order to have a respectful, supportive, loving relationship, or be a CEO in the company and climb the ladder. Once you see that those old beliefs, those external rules are not yours, once you understand that living your life is living your life with your own beliefs, with your own rules, with your own visions, then things won't change. A lot of changes are coming, all changes in our life are coming only when you make those steps. They will always show up, they will always come only when you will make those steps, when you will take action into changing your system, belief system, into changing your approach to it, into dissociating from the past and from old stories and beliefs, and creating your own rule book, writing your own life, your own book. Thank you for watching this Thursday with Beautiful episode. I am really, really excited to hear more about this from you, because it is a life-changing and transformational process. It's maybe harder than gratitude I talked last week about, or another tools which we could simply apply today every single day. This requires a process. This requires an accountability partner, maybe someone you want to talk to. This requires a communication. If you feel like you would like to share something with me or with the community. If you feel like you are stuck at some process and moment in the middle of that analyzing and dissociating process, reach out. Reach out to me, reach out to anybody around you. There are so many people who will help you, who want to listen and who want to give you that another perspective. Because being in that bubble, it is super hard to see a different perspective. Sometimes we get so numbed by being in the same bubble for years and years that we don't see the way out. Whereas people outside of that bubble can right away direct you to different directions, showing you the ways out. So reach out to anybody, share privately, publicly, however you like. If you really struggle with this process, please reach out. I will be more than happy to talk to you. I will be more than happy to give you an advice, to support you, to encourage you, because this is a really, really powerful tool. This is powerful tool, powerful transformation. That's why I cannot stop talking about this, because from one side you could see on my Facebook video or love video, which links I actually added below in the description, show notes of this video. I was very excited, little bit irritated, but still excited, and the topic was really, really all in my bones and bloods and veins and everywhere, every single cell of my body. But today I really wanted to share with you how this exciting topic, how overcoming that mindset of you needing to follow particular rules and live by the word should or shouldn't is not actually doing you any favor, and it's actually inhibiting you from playing big in your life. And it doesn't need to be aggressive, it doesn't need to be restrictive, it doesn't need to be against any and everyone and anything. It doesn't need to be. It can be in total alignment, completely kind and polite, while still loving and being loved by your family members. It just needs a little time and your awareness. Please bring your awareness to all your stories and restrictions you are creating or putting onto yourself, and see them through the lenses. Are they mine or not mine? Do I believe them or not? Shall I follow them, or should I follow my guts, my feelings, my intuition? Thank you for watching one more time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for sharing your time and space with me tonight. I hope I could help at least one person today with that video, and please share the video also with other people who you believe that it could help, because I truly believe it can help really bring awareness to every single of us. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel, because we are bringing more and more content, transformational, spiritual, life and love coaching content for free, totally for free. Those tools and tasks I'm sharing with you, they are part of my book, they are part of my program coachings, they are part of my one-on-one coaching sessions. So use it, because they are really huge benefit to every single of you. Thank you one more time for your time. Remember, you matter, you are loved, you love, and just go out there and share that message with everyone around, and give yourself a little space. Be kind to yourself, be loving, and just recognize what is your actual voice and what is the voice of the past. Thank you so much and have a great night. I love you all, and see you in the next video.